Hello Rust players, welcome to another video. Today we are taking a look at trains. All the different kinds of trains, how to drive them, how to attach wagons, and that kind of stuff. Alright, so to start off, trains are a very good way to travel. And you can find train tracks by, let's find my location here. The train tracks are these like slim lines that go all around the map. And they usually, rotate around the map, so if you need to get to a monument or somewhere quickly, you can definitely use trains. Now, remember that trains do not make you invincible, and people can still shoot you. You have to be careful when driving trains by bases which are, well, careful of bases which are near train tracks, because they may have turrets which will shoot you as you're driving past, and you will lose all your stuff. So, basically there are two types of drivable trains. This is the first one, and you insert the fuel here, and then here's the cockpit where you can control the train. Excuse me. And this is the second type of train. Now for this one, the fuel is actually on the outside. This big tank here. So you open that, put fuel in, and then you get into the cockpit via stairs. Either climb up here or climb up here, and then yeah, it works the same way. Okay, you can also find these trailers, well, train trailers, train wagons, which can contain some loot, but you will only be able to take this loot out if you bring it to the train yard. And there's many different types of wagons. There's another one of those loot things. This is just you can find fuel in here, or you can transport liquid in here, but again, you need a train yard to unload it. And you can also find the gambling trains, which are the same as like at outpost, and you can gamble them. They're fully functional, just that you don't have protection from the outpost. So if you are gambling in one of them, do it at your own risk, because people might come and kill you. Now, driving the train is extremely straightforward. You just insert the fuel inside the fuel storage. You come in here. You can use F to, either turn on or turn off lights. And then you press W to turn it on. And it has throttle, which is either, 0, reverse slow, reverse medium, or reverse high, which, affects the speed. And then we have forward low, forward medium, and forward high. And to change these, you just use W and S, and it like moves it up or down however you want it to go. Now, often when you are driving, you will hear the sirens that there's something in the way, and it just means usually that there's a a wagon in the way, and you don't have to worry about it. You see, like this, it will just attach the wagon to itself like this, and then you're just gonna be pushing it, and then you are good. So for example, if we stop this real quick, now as we pushed this, it attached to this one, and it attached to this one, and it attached to this one, and we have like a a huge train now. And when you drive this now, it will always either push or pull the other wagons together with it. You can simply uncouple it by just coming here and pressing uncouple. For example, if we uncouple the gambling wagon and we go into the train and we set it to go reverse, as you can see, it's now pulling those. Well, I exited. When you exit, it automatically stops, but as you can see, it started pulling those, but the gambling wagon stayed by. So yeah, that's kind of how trains work. Now, how to use them, efficiently, it's like basically you find a train. Well, remember that finding train tracks doesn't guarantee that you'll be a train there, so you'll still have to find a train separately. So you might, have to run through the train tracks a bit until you see a train. But now you basically, say you find a train, and we are here, right? And we want to go to like Radtown, right? So then you will just do forward, and you will of course wait for it. It's gonna, it coupled up with the thing we left over there, and then it's gonna speed up bit by bit, and then you don't even have to do anything. You're just gonna go forward until it reaches Radtown. And for example, we wanted to get to launch site, right? So we can either go around, or we can just set up reverse And like reverse is not slower in any way. It's just like the, you know, locomotive is either straight or backwards. So it's just gonna go backwards at the same speed until, you know, you reach like here or something. Then you wanna jump out and run to launch site. But yeah, you can, while the train is going, you can exit the cockpit, you know, and maybe hide somewhere from potential turrets or potential enemy players. You can of course shoot as well. Over here you can keep some loot if you wanted, but you can't lock this crate or, you know, do anything with it, so I wouldn't recommend it because, you know, players will just take those items away. Yeah, that is literally how trains work. Now another quick thing is sometimes you will see junctions. Like for example, here's a train yard and there's a junction either right or left. Now usually they, you know, connect again, but you can actually choose which way to go by either pressing D or A. As you can see, arrows appear here. So say you're approaching a junction and you want to go right, so you're just gonna hold D for a while until, you know, the train turns and you're good. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope it helped you out, I hope it taught you something new, and I do hope to see you in the next one.